Receptivity is the art of allowing things into your life, your heart, and your reality. Greetings, beloveds. This is Amy Caryn Johnson, the Earth Channel, here with you today with the second in a series about opening the gates of our Diamond Heart Center. I am connecting each of the 8 gates of this center with different plants, and today's gate is the second, and I have chosen the Shea Butter tree, sometimes called the Shea tree, sometimes called the Butter tree. And of course, there could be other possible plants that could go with this gate, but this one really spoke to me. So the Shea Butter tree, as I will call it, relates to the second gate of the Diamond Heart Center, in that opposite of the last gate that I spoke about, the first gate, which I associated with the Elder tree. That one was all yang lines. This one, the second, is all yin lines. And so it is the most receptive. Receptivity is the primary word that is usually associated with this gate and with this hexagram from the I Ching. So especially in the spirit of this gate, I will get into channeling mode and receive the message from Gaia about this gate. If you'd like to join me, feel free to close your eyes as well and take a few deep breaths. Hello, this is Gaia. We would like to share with you about the second gate of the Diamond Heart Center, some of the things that we have spoken about before, and that Amy has spoken about before as well. In order to be able to channel us, Amy has had to become even more receptive than she was before. You may have noticed that when she channels us, it is very much like meditation. She began channeling by writing. You may have heard of what they call automatic writing. She also began channeling her higher self through this automatic writing, or writing. Stream of consciousness writing may be another term you have heard that would describe this process that she began with. And at first it did feel a little strange to her. She questioned how much of it was herself, her own mind. And that is partly why she felt most comfortable channeling her higher self. Because by channeling her higher self, she was able to accept that it was part of herself. Yet it was more what she would call her wise self. Wiser self, perhaps. So there was a sense of it being her higher self. The messages that she got in this writing were clearer and very much along the lines of what she felt she needed to hear, helped her, guided her in whatever it was that she was contemplating. She did this for quite some time before finally deciding she was ready to try channeling through her voice, speech, on video. And while it seemed like a big leap to begin that way, especially publishing on YouTube, she felt that she was more directed in the message that people needed to hear when she did this, that it was meant for someone else. So it ended up helping, even though, of course, she did improve with time, got clearer with time. We share this with you in relation to the second gate of receptivity because you too may do this. You may enjoy automatic writing or even recording a message, even if it's only for yourself and not to publish, as a way of meditating, as a way of allowing your higher self to help you, and as a way of receiving guidance from the wisdom that you may not as easily be able to access unless you have a very focused method such as this. Receptivity can be used in other ways as well, of course. Can benefit you in other ways. It can allow you to accept those creations that perhaps you are manifesting as a result of the creative force that you directed with the first gate energies. But then you have directed that energy out into the world, and now you need to let it come back to you. When Amy knows that she has done that, put that energy out there, and it is time to get into that receiving mode, that allowance. She, whether physically or just mentally, even you could say emotionally, spreads her arms wide as if to welcome it in. as if to offer it an embrace. And we encourage you to do that, whether figuratively or literally as well. That it will put you in the mindset you need in order to let things in. The Shea Butter tree, in particular, does a great job of showing you what this gate is about. You may have heard of what they call carrier oils. And while the shea butter that comes from this tree is more of a butter and not so much of an oil, it serves a similar purpose in lotions and similar types of things. It can easily carry other types of essential oils that give it other wonderful properties and yet helps to dilute them to the point where they would not cause any harm or be too strong for any particular application. We're not going to prescribe any particular proportions here for you. We ask you to do your own research if you wish to do that. We are only bringing this up in order to illustrate the way that receptivity works and how the Shea Butter tree shows you more about that. So in addition to welcoming energy, your creations to you, in addition to embracing them, offering them an embrace, the final thought we will leave you with is one of providing shelter and a warm environment, or whatever kind of environment your creation may need in order to thrive. Sort of like nesting. This is the metaphor that is also indicated by the shea butter tree. The shea butter offers a wonderful way for you to enjoy many different types of oils, which would represent your creations in this metaphor. It welcomes them, it carries them. It provides a wonderful way for them to be shared, applied, and experienced. So with the concept of nesting, you prepare the way, basically. It's a way of being receptive, like you would have a reception or prepare for a reception. Perhaps the reason some of your creations or manifestations have not quite come yet is because you're not quite ready. Think about how you can get ready. That is one of the best gifts of this gate. We hope this has benefited you, and we thank you so much for joining us. Namaste, beloveds. I certainly enjoyed that message. Hope you did. And they shared so much about me already, I feel like I have nothing left to share about the second gate. I will share with you that I have done my best to prepare the way for you to visit my website, and in particular, the page where I offer readings and channeled messages. I am, for the month of December, offering half off with the coupon code YES, Y-E-S. So this means that, if I can remember correctly, you can get an astrological reading for as little as $19.50, and you can get a personal channeled message for as little as $16.50. Very reasonable, very accessible to pretty much anyone. If you are having a hard time at all during this holiday season, please send me a message to my email at GeoAmyIdeas, that's GeoAmyIdeas at gmail.com, and feel free to just let me know. And if you can't afford even a $16.50 channeled message at this time, I will take the first person who is feeling the need to send me such a message and offer them a free channeled message during the month of December 2021. I will give you at least a week to do so, and if I haven't heard from anyone else before then, I may accept another request from my friend Jeff, who was the first one to email me with that offer last month. I did not do a message last week, by the way, for those of you who only watch my videos and are not on my mailing list, because I was ill. So if you were looking for that message and missed it, here it is now. Only the second of 8 for this series. I will include my channeling and reading page in the description below this video, so please feel free to go there and take advantage of this sale. I will also include my email address if you need it, and I hope you're having a wonderful holiday season. Namaste, beloveds. And here is the second half of the poem. For nothing new can come if you are closed, nor if you pinch off your accessibility.